Hello everyone, this is Jim Krasinski with your weekly screencast video. Well, I must say that the semester is moving along. We're already in week 12. So we continue working on strategies of integrating your research into more of an audience type of form, like the research essay. So this week, building on our previous activities, discussion board 13 will help you practice building the quote sandwich, and I call it also with a side of synthesis. So that being said, let me get over to the content and the week 11, 12, 13 synthesizing and drafting unit. Let me just scroll right on down to the quote sandwich with this side of synthesis discussion board posts. So I offer a couple of resources here for you about the quote sandwich. Hopefully you've got some source information from the double entry journal. I asked you to pull some quotes out and talk about them in ways. So you should have some familiar content from your sources. And the way to even look at this particular activity by building and synthesizing some paragraphs and some of your sources, you already are drafting your first draft of the research essay. So I do have a link here. Let me see. It should work. About
Hi, I'm going to talk to you about the quote sandwich.
Here. So it's worth your time. It's about 5 minutes. And I also let me see if I have a handout here about the quote hamburger, which is the same method as the quote sandwich, about how to build that context around your meat, namely your quoted information or paraphrasing. And I even offer some verbs to make the claim, some different language when you start introducing your quotes and your source information. Remember, we use authors' names, first name and last name, when we introduce quotes, or last name only. So this is a good little quote hamburger handout for you to take a look at. And also the quote sandwich video here. Also, pages 137 to 142, Ballinger talks about how to handle quotes. I believe it's within chapter 3. And some of the do's and don'ts, some of the best things about using quotes. It's worth your read on billboarding, jamming, and all the other strategies and happenings that people choose to do with quoted information. So once again, this is one discussion board that is due by Friday. I'm looking for 2 to 3 paragraphs. You can have 2 or 3 sources to build a paragraph around. You can pluck some quotes out of your sources. Like I said, this is just like practicing building some of your content for the first draft of the research essay. All right. I'll make this video this week a little bit short. Some of the screencasts have been kind of going on and on, like in the 6 and 7 minute range. This one I'm going to try to keep it around 4 minutes. All right. So once again, that's what we have on tap for this week. If you have any questions or issues, please send me an email. Good luck.